are kind of struggling and suffering because we don't have places that are affordable to live in.
There's more demand overall in the region, in the GTA, and particularly in the city of Toronto, than there is supply being built.
Toronto could make some changes to its affordable housing policy, and now one tenant union has launched a petition drive to put pressure on local politicians.
I think the waiting list for affordable housing in Toronto is like 81,000.
More specifically, City Council is looking at the policy on something called inclusionary zoning. That means if we look at the zoning regulations for particular developments, a certain percentage would be below market. Right now, the city is proposing something between 3 and 10%. These advocates saying they want to see that number somewhere between 20 or 30%.
If you want this to be a livable city in 5 years, or like if you really think about what you want Toronto to be in 5 years, I don't want it to just be, like a playground for the wealthy.
I feel it's being heard in the sense that we're having conversations with councillors, we're having conversations with people who work for the city, but at the same time, at times it feels discouraging because there's not a whole lot being done.
Approval for a new building takes anywhere from 10 to 11 years. We need to shorten that.
Meanwhile, the president of the Building Industry and Land Development Association says this problem has been brewing for a while and has amplified during the pandemic. He says the building industry is supportive of the concept of inclusionary zoning, but has a different idea about what percentage to target.
Getting up towards that 20 or 30% is certainly something that has not been done in any other municipality that's implemented this type of approach. And we believe it would have several unintended consequences, most notably cause some projects not to proceed because the finances wouldn't make sense, so you decrease supply.
Wilkes also says the city will need to be careful when it comes to creating new costs during the building process that will have to be passed to someone.
What you're really doing is transferring those costs from below market to at market, offset the cost for those by allowing more units to be built.
The vote on an inclusionary zoning policy is expected in September. Until then, Toronto Acorn says they plan to keep petitioning.
It's about like what you really value.
We need affordable housing today, now.
At Dufferin and Bloor, David Zura, City News.